Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. Actually, TradeView Markets, we're going to log into TradeGATEHub. Listen, it's Friday. It's approaching 11 o'clock Eastern. Maybe a minute or two late. I apologize. Shortened trading week again. All right, listen. What I want to stress here, we've been doing it throughout the week, and I don't want to say everybody's catching on. It's sometimes the room is a little fast and furious, they say. And that's one of the greatest as I sign into TradeGATEHub. By the way, TradeView Market site, I log in the same as everybody else. But another thing, this is TradeGATEHub. Think about all we have to offer in this TradeGATEHub. Just this one tab on TradeView Markets is, not to sound cliche, a world of stuff. This one tab has all our videos. One of our best amenities, if not our second best amenity, is the fact that we have our YouTube channel. So if I do go too fast, as we're approaching 2,500 subscribers, go back and watch what we said. That's why there's a pause. That's where there's a mute button. I share my universe in my screen. Most of the time, the stocks are grouped within best of breeds and so forth, or stocks that are active or hot stocks throughout that day. And I usually know what type of stocks are underneath those. So what that's saying is, really, it is go back and watch the YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go watch Coach's video at 9:30. Okay, let's get again into this. Okay, so what I'm saying is that if this one tab on the TradeView Market site, the TradeGATEHub offers you all this, including Forex, stocks, grouped by and I help curate this, trust me, because we eventually want to make this one stop. Apple breaks lower for, I don't want to have 4 or 5 sites. I used to have 10 or 8 or 10. Less is better, and it's all about quality, not quantity at this point. So I want it to be, at the very least, we want it to meet that one-stop situation. If you don't want to hear me or mute me or not what I'm doing for the day, I get it. Sometimes I mute people when I'm watching sporting events. But if you want to know what's hot for the day, or the top US gainers, or you want to go in percentage move right here, this is what's moving today. Lunar's top 3 right here. And you know what? It should be moving because we brought it up to you. It's our job. I brought it up 4 times this morning. Where is it? Lunar, 1, boom. Another one. So it was a theme because all these stocks that were getting hold, it just rotated to the low floaters, and as all these other stocks like Google breaking 90. Oh my God. Amazon at 92. I sold a lot of that. Netflix down another 7. So I apologize if I go off on tangents. It's market's very active. So let's get finished in with the routine because I have to stay on track, and that's my duty to everybody else. I already did my routine. What is it, 11 o'clock? Like 4, 5, 6, 7. I already did my routine 5 hours ago. I'm already planning for Monday and so forth. You know what? Let me say why. This is a Friday, and let this, the short-term OPEX, let them do their thing as the VIX is at the high of the day now. Monday will be, maybe I think Monday could be a down open. Not sure yet. I'm not that good at calling markets. I'm very good at picking stocks relative how the market plays with relative strength and or weakness, like our Zim breaking higher. But, it could be a turnaround Tuesday, maybe to the morning as it's end of the month, maybe window dressing. There's stocks still have been acting somewhat well. It's really down to stock picking. But I will say something. My screen, as I look at this, and I know we've been going down a little bit, but it's more red than it's been for a couple of days now. And the ones that are holding the market up, like I said, are the low floaters. Sing, Beyond. Beyond Meat, Bear pointed that out. GH, RVLV, MP, even I said Zim, but they used it with the strength in Square, just like they did yesterday. Pointed out, Melly had earnings. Melly was holding up the NASDAQ too, to a degree. They did just like yesterday. The gap up in that was it. They did it to a lot of stocks yesterday. Melly won almost 1,200. To 11. It looks worse than it is, but Square held the market up. And you know what? This is what we're looking at, Netflix. And I pointed out yesterday, Netflix is in big trouble. I didn't split the atom here, but it broke the 50-day. It had huge volume, breaking the 50 days. The market did look weak in general. And right now, it's just, that's Netflix. And I'm going to go to another one that I sold this morning. I actually doubled up on Amazon into the close, and I sold it afterwards after the market. Here's Amazon. I bought more. There's my first buy today at Amazon at 93.50. Not much, but here's the long term on Amazon. Now that broke the 50-day too. I'm not trying to be a hero. Amazon is even a stock that I'm not going to add to, but if it goes down another dollar or two, I'm gonna have to time it a little better. I let the trade turn into a position. I'm okay with it. It's a best of breed. I get it. I don't think it's going to turn into an AFRM that's reversed, or even something like a Shopify that had its chance to break out that went from 55 to 40. Although Shopify is enticing, even a Planeteer that I thought I might start building a position to. I sold it yesterday, a couple of days ago, but that's getting interesting. It's above the moving averages, for lack of a better term. Again, did have good earnings. It was more than a little bit of a short squeeze, although I don't like it coming down on that V-shaped pullback. But everybody's looking at Meta, Apple. Here's Apple. Now it broke the 200-day. And the thing that everybody is looking at are the SPX ranges, these stocks here. But on a macro level, if you're you're going to a cocktail party this weekend, or you're trying to buy a woman a cocktail, and she says, why should I be interested in talking to you? I'm gonna be like, well, if you didn't know the fact that, pardon me, you have to be smoother or else you wind up going home alone. Where it is. Information. That was a bad delivery, Mike V. Horrible delivery. I apologize. At the S&P. Let me go to the Rev. I have to make the point. Everyone's looking at it. I just want to be exact on the data. One thing. Okay. What is this? Intuit. Spin is. The big question is now, yeah, well, the Rev is good too. Listen, I can go to it. So let's go to the SPYs. SPY. Let's go to the charts. This is what they're looking at. SPY daily. SPY's testing the 200. They already cleared the 50-day. So, and that's a tight range. What is the range on the SPYs between that curling down 50-day and the flat 200-day going down, breaking that RSI downtrend? As I'm sure Coach would edify, or even probably said that. We'll find out at 9:30. So the best you can do here, in my opinion, short term, is if the market does hold this 200-day, you're going to get a retest of that 50-day. So there's a wide range or something, a tight range. Listen, it's a tight range. And with the VIX here, where's the VIX right now? The VIX still hasn't taken out the 5-day high, if you will. We have to look at the VXX. I traded as an instrument. So if the VXX takes out 1277, it's right here. I wouldn't be surprised. The 50-day on the upward curling VIX is what? Baby blue, the big daddy, 1271. Like I said, if it curls above the 50-day, the VIX above this 1278, then it might happen where that market has that down open on Monday. I'm not saying it stops. I'm talking risk versus the reward. That's all. I should be coming up with some disclaimers. I'm sure Jim is freaking out to a degree, but you know what I mean. That's our head guy. Another one. XBI took a position today, holding. So XBI. So just much like the last couple of days, I am playing. It's almost like I'm playing defense. I'm playing defense, but I'm doing something. XBI took a shot like everybody else. And where's the 200-day right here? 80.96. All right. So I think I bought it a little bit early. Where is it now? All right. So I started buying it 82.27. Mike V, bottom tick of the XBI. Where are we? Right there for 600 shares. Big deal. 81.61. Now it's 82.20. Look, am I getting here? Maybe 82.62 back at the gap. I'm not looking for this thing to turn around, or I do like the XBI, but right again, much like the SPY, there's the gap between the 200 and the 50. Though those are heavy algo situation. Everything's got to get washed out to a degree, maybe including the VIX. Another one that I'm looking at that I posted, EOG. Our EOG we took a chance on, and I said the sweet spot on EOG is here. Where? The gapper 113. but that's too easy. So I went to the weekly on EOG. It was EOG right there. So EOG, I came up with 112 and change. So EOG, so I started buying EOG. Started nibbling 113, bottoms 112, got in. My average price is what? There's the green line. My average price on EOG 113.50 as it sits at 113. So I wish it would have more of a range. That's not that positive for EOG with this gap down. Like I said, I didn't say that. If I do, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to look to get out. You know what I mean? Why'd I buy it? Because I thought I had a little, I think I still do have a little bit of cushion. I'm not down as much. I mean, the stocks, 4 days ago was 122. Now it's 112. So I actually let's see what the rest of the oils are doing. Chevron still is at the high. Maybe I brought the wrong one. I should have been buying one of the other oils. They're all actually acting higher. What are the better ones? Exxon, not really. Let's go to my main screen here. As the future's bouncing a little bit. Square positive. You could be trading that actively. Zim, there's your Zimmer. Now, Zim, look at the chart. I'm from Long Island, by the way. I'm going to take my Boston friends. How could you not like Zim? It's a shipper. All right, what are the other shippers doing? TNK, ripping. GNK, ripping. STNG. That's got a nice one. SBLK. Why is SBLNK? Why is Zim lagging? Who knows? Do the research. But one thing I pointed out in a week tape, granted, you saw the screen. It's one of the few green ones there. And this is not Mike V on the back hour. VFC is our loser, as I said before. Where were we? And this was late in the day. Beyond Squeeze, Zim, bought in the fund. And that was yesterday. And that was based upon rotation, how the shippers were doing. But it's got the dividend situation. Like I said, it's more of a play. It's a fund stock, so it's not really an active trade. So if I put something in the fund, it's a little bit as I try to pretend to be a little bit more cerebral. This was what the Rev had to say, by the way. SPY, when I was searching, SPY broke well below the 50-day and 200-day comes into quickly. Everybody's watching. EOG, buy it cheap as I can. My price was 113, 111 to 12. As you know, my average price a little bit above one. I would have liked to get 111. I might get it again. All right. Again, bought Zim again in the long firm. This good long term. And by the way, that was hours ago. So good trade, decent trade. Lunar. So what happened today? Today came in a lot of rotation. As the market was going down, they took up the stocks they took up Lunar, the stock that has gone from 156 to 29 in 2 days on Lunar with volume. Look at the sloper, 38 to 137, back to 17. It actually started to squeeze a little bit today. So today you had to be alert. I wasn't in it. Lunar from 17 to 39 doesn't look like a much but on the 1 minute that goes a lot. And I was in this. I still am in. What is it? OCEA? I sold the part of it. Be above 9, you bastard. All right, right there. OCEA. It's a lot. The stock closed at 11, opened at 8. I sold a nice chunk of it at 10.26 at the print, like I should. That's what traders do. Bought it back on the dip, the blue. Sold it above at the gap. I traded this well. Sold it at the other gap. All right, so I have like 2,800 shares on at 11. What is 8? So why'd I trade this? Look at the chart again. I wish it would have held the moving averages, but it's a low floater. It goes with Luna. It goes with Beyond. It goes with CING. AMAM is another low floater that's gone from 2 to 75, trading 100 million. So when the market's going down, what do? They go to the low floaters. What's going in now? GM going to the 200-day, another one. Maybe pulling a short-term doji. Disney broke the 2. Same, it's a theme here. Broke the 2. Flipped though. Broke the 200. Am I on the charts? Broke the 200-day. Now it has the 50-day support. I don't really like that as much. Disney. Where else? I have a bunch of them. Tesla, Lucid, we punted. That was a trap with all those calls. Where are the Saudis now? They could have it cheaper. There was a rumor they wanted to buy Lucid at 17. Now it's cut in half. Where are they? I don't get that theory. UAL, Boeing, bad news, breaking again. Our Home Depot, another one. 3-day delay. Where's our Home Depot? Pardon me. All right. That's what I'm hoping EOG does. Walmart, same thing. Okay, so I did buy a retailer this morning. Yeti down, Wayfair not doing much. Etsy within a range again. I did buy a retailer. What did I buy this morning? RVLV, GH I wanted to buy this morning. This is a blood thinner stock, a blood scanner stock. It goes with EXAS actually. EXAS might be a good buy here in the long term. This is a good buy here. It had a nice move up. I don't even think it was a short squeeze because it would have pulled back more from 60 to 6, from 70 to 60. Probably would have, filled back to 50. EXAS when I'm looking at the fund. Another one I'm looking at the fund. Those Zim I already brought up. EOG I might. Aside from that, guys, listen. It's, we had an 8:30 number. Keep in mind that it's a Friday afternoon. There's a lot of stocks. I mean, Netflix held, Shopify. Have reasons for buying it. Unity Software continuing. That was a beautiful continuation. I know a lot of my big guys, my mentors got this, and he should. Broke all the moving averages yesterday on news range and good price action. Yesterday it had a little bounce, opened, and once it broke yesterday's low, which was 30.79, you had a nice trip down. I wouldn't think about it. Unity Software. What else? Nevada. You know what I mean? Everybody was looking at the 235 without looking. Now it's got the 230 strike price. We'll see. I see that taking up a couple of retailers here like Dillard's. I won't go over too long. My VFC that I said I mentioned it. Where's this bastard? All right, VFC, I'm in it. It pays a divvy. I'm not the guy to want to be the first one in the pool, but I did add to the bastard right here. 24.10 got as low at 23.70. My average price, as you can see, is this line here, 24.40. It's 24.20. Maybe it goes back to 25. I'll unload some for the strike. If it's acting well as the market's acting poor, I'll add to it in the fund. All right. Any other questions? What are the big guys doing? We'll go to our friend Jesus. I am Catholic, and it's not, believe me, it's not anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic, anti-Catholic, anti-Semitic. Where'd that come from? I'm anti-Semitic. Okay. Anti-Semitic. Coach, Rig, bearish, CVX, they're going into some calls. Where? March. All right, somebody's taking a stand on how much? CVX, 77,000, not that interested. XLE bullish. Where are they going for? February, short term. Today, not interested. CTSH, gaps. Maybe I like that. You know what? I can understand the gaps. Here's the gaps. I can understand putting this in the funder. Here's Dillard's. Am I on the right share? Here's Dillard's. I understand on the gaps. That's a sleeper. I'm not going to lie to you. It pays a divvy. Macy's bouncing right off the 200-day may have something here. Where's our J-Win? Remember the guy that I had that J-Win short? 32 or 37 I shorted that weekend when the guy took a stake. Ryan Cohen. It was a Friday. Boom. Jesus Christ. J-Win. You know what? I'm going to buy some J-Win. Live trading here. I'll buy 2,600 J-Win at the market. We're in. Just try it here, right? We could do worse. J-Win, as Macy's said, sits here. Dillard's had earnings. Kind of shrugged it off a little bit. Gaps, maybe one I buy in the fund. We'll do that at someone else's time. Zoomies, I saw calls going off. So we took it. Listen, we bought some J-Win. Big deal. What's my downside? Live trading on a plan. What's my J-Win? My J-Win downside. I don't really have much. Here's a gap. It might go over. I bought it at basically the 50. They bought it at 19.15. Maybe it goes back to the 20 strike price. Maybe, the rest of it. I should be buying the better one. What is the better one right now? PVH strikes a chord. PVH is interesting to me. Better retailer. But the retailers are not that, they're better trades, but you can see why I did it. Google bearish, XLB bullish, RRC bullish, goes with natural gas. Put calls doing nothing. Listen, guys, like I said, there's some Fed speak coming on. Go to TGH right here to see the economic schedule and what's going on today. Any other questions? XBI Holding, EOG, big number, Goldman Sachs at the high, VFC Hertz, OCNA. All right, guys, listen, what's the Fed speak? Right here. 11:30, Bullard speaking a little bit. Ooh, we got to go. Christopher Walter, look at him. And Susan Collins. I'm not so much worried about CW. Mrs. Collins, she could be a little bit, she could be a little bit uh, aggressive, but Bullard's the big one, 11:30. So we'll let you go. Insider transactions, all moves if you want. Sentiment, thanks for posting. Friday afternoon, we'll see you after lunch. Thanks.